possibilities.
Right, I'm about industry and a pen come about, but soon I shall see, and I was soon that out to do or do our tree to the 18th December 2025. I can't cry good eye to me, each day. I fear I shall see Sunday, ye do mumu. Kakabi, it didn't have a query. Ebo compression which da. Was some Gianni Kita, where I fear Basanocono. The man I don't call, I feel free me. Another tomorrow. Your mamma dear son so there. Oda yechire mfibi abasino kono no eba mazena afia eboko hinemu no eba chiro do manum ayo duru papa manso a osain zama deme eneda another the pen ya yitumi shasi amampanyin na ya asuafo a owagan ha na asuafo aba abasino ko na aya hin kase otumfo to the second jumeza otumodi wa oya boko nsam no sisara nta yituma akada o na so mentem ho ase atuma ahyase you are betrayed us na wanje inzam yihina no baaze na otuma de ba yanshan ne so de yema asomdwe etum na atena se na asomdwe aboa ma etum ko henayim asomdwe amma mpuntu tumba se kwetira asomdwe a nzama pe butum basa mezenezi Omar Bin Abdullah ina na pe yetum atena ase enka na jabaka te bibi soronko na so inda yeba bohwe oye football numu nsama mbra a otumna wodebo akensi no ebakọ akọhwe de Ghana anayo adefa na hinara abepa wotumo share ase de woze mbra no otumo de yedwuma no ebakọ ekete numu nsam na ya hwe wo se wo mbra nkoko 270 laws arabo ball no nyimeda mbra no anana ne za na ball na etumo no bo nti wo FIFA referee ofia another referee ofia aboboa na efi wotum ama hentete nti wa hye ne so de sembere be ma botum asa no message da fi etum na azaba na etum aboa sentra ye tireba na mura de onche biara oya Africa Cup okọ akobo na Costa TV ba na afọ mezan so yetum ye yibi da ma na zama mo wotum na wahwe na so e ba ne de sa Ghana hina ye hwa ya kensina ora so enso tum ye hia afọ mezi se ba Africa Cup no hia wi a ye okọ akobo World Cup ni hina no ya ayentete na nchechira aboboa me yetum na ya akohinayim menda on yeho embra ye ba mada oya open party na fi yetum ya ahyenkomo bonase yenkomra
Mido, gana biana. Ogo fa jebi wi aba besu en fita no pa e say baby she. Mangashi.
Junior. Em senso na fu me bi dey no.
Sister Coach pa. Enti woni gas.
I'm used to the why. Why?
Down yankana wa.
Sister Coach. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient. Wow.
Let me see your hand.
Right, yes, I hate Yamo, Aya Akraba. Mrs. Reza McCain, Tuminati. Your oil pay Emmanuel Don Kwansan. Yeba, Aya referee association where we meet in Maha, Finfimanto Maha, automotive, Madon to Papa, and the Bob Hemi, 2 years, Yazaka, Nefi, Etumina, Aqua, and Yim. Don, good morning. Good morning. But your home is
Namanaduma,
Bibi Abacosa.
Unfortunately,
Right. That's some possible crime or referee Jeff. Amamu, and I don't ma another bonk man, a bisibria, yen, or your dawn, or if ye. You should be creamer, what the shot sit there, what the robo, or another orderable baller, not said 1865. Now, football association, and the usually in the catcher FIFA. What shall I say with the membrane automotive yegma? The membrane now Federation International de Football Association, that is FIFA. Now, found 1904. To the 1904, no urban there, I would have to know what the membrane football association, what to know waiting to me, now if you to the yegma, and then I would die yegma, Bessibria, yet to me, Yaku. You shall VRA. No so no can't football who afiara yeshasi no mo finfin ko kishia oya the legendary oya opena waye oya some trade me ya kan oya agriculture oya kobna ya boa waye kramantom na zaman kan na nkano ebe na outside bar goal bar nkohwe barambo bialem no the barambo bi park na taviara na ho je papa na osrowe na so za etuma be na tele ball no ye ko ehnenyim ntinde wo si viare ye kwankwo hwede ana asam na osi naraye anede suntabitum nti dame oye viare no so obapo ho tam 2016 de orobo mazine futum no odi yedwuma ana bisibilities mama nde okwa olo nkwa viare ma obotum no waka akire hen etum na aye edwuma nti ndazi nzama pi nyana ye bohwere ebutum na embra no so yenkoko 17 nti 17 so ze ye ntum na yanka ayani hina nti yeko oya don ho na ebisere sembra no 17 a ombobo ni hina ado nkoko na yehwe na yenkwere eja don
yo medase nya tama ken na mbrani yankoko 17 na abrofo tsan no wo hwede ozikano se na nkasa mpo ye ofie na epere ball mpa zo ozikano ebe na or every baby a ewo ball our friend the field of play enti na ye nya bia makon school for makon dey abofo pi okokezi agor ozikano obo he baby or ball on our friend field of play if he onoda ansana aba wankasa agre kizina nkasa azezi kezi onye the ball ball a obobo the ball na teden and the field of play na samechra field of play no oye ada fantino bem no kakra na so we twetwefo ma omo bia hu de aha no etra adam no te aha iye de adam no te
na
markings field markings goal post na nya asisma obma pepe yo na ze aba ball no so awo ball no so ende agrupi wo ball pi na so football no oye different kakra so ko kakra kasuwom kakrabowom na mesa aza waza ye no mpo ohia enyen kan na nche use amam ball na socks ball na no nkan na bonyine de no ye hu mesa mote oye bibia onse da ma ipre na azemba se eyo no fiwa na wanka se kezi agoro no so wanko tintum for ball nkezi agoro into order he nkofo yin de one of from the players one wo ball na nkasa one the players na afra players na win e ba zibim na otiodo other players na chon afeza order wofa atar miss morty omde in fika crave to me na Cameroon waka shot bia we na betu na za what's it yinya basketball on fata nti na order what once sanka kra nti so na say na no hompa boy there sha na socks na ze ya bora if you under ansana aba referee na raso referee in kanu pa ne yes referee say or a judge star or a judge susan che yakwa yes a suit na ze in every kanu pa referee sa na one dressing inde ebesro was a suit was a short na mpobo bi a was na ade on no chere penyin no gina park nda old match na onu fiwa referee no owonkofo a wobo na aboafo you're from assistant referee now that's other match officials assistant referee ekujina ha wobon ma otum because na nkoten orenimpa 22 do no onye the bibia no bon e3 ya mpo oyempa andema fon anyu ade kakra nti if you na answer na bede ball na mpa ye bo na yenya de monkofu nyina ye bo ye the minute ahin na ye bo nti we said that 45 minutes each half on instead or am bracket there was some could start to organize the game or there was 45 or yeah organize someone our town why some and one over time do or the home the ball na so what bona bibie nkesa na afie bia mbrebe said that them za ye wi ayonko bo ebi a golden rule extra time na za another yonko street yonko penalty nti say only few a we be say abrabro na ebe shase on the start and restart of play ya shase say and okay Ghana ya ende abribi ebe shase 3:00 and ya chara nche 45 minutes on no the time no see say BBC nti or there ya the time ni be kanwa to the memfa intwem Didier Drogba embru ma obo na onya ehawo park ndo wo hwen be 10 minutes ntina ncho de wo wi wo the 10 minutes wo du gudo dem na sesia waka ana dem no na afi so also ball no yeah boss the ball in and out of play you can in and out of play o chere wa trash ana on trash the mabri referee we gina won ana on john on your friend the ball in and out of play onu mu na ekomu ya obakare baby a we twetwe lines na your friend border lines and on your touch line or goal line or the ball nyina ne kasi nyina otra line no kra ansana yetumi ajatum de I oko ana onkwe nti only the ball in and out of play and ansana baby our friend determine the outcome of the match ya ball na win hono na wezi nkunyim yewo rule bi otre ma yetaya hwa abrochi a friend Champions League na adi home and away win and then na nkasa those can say ball no win lose or draw meba meshal another bishop ana yebe etipen ko enti win lose or draw na obendem no ya na wopere wo hu de ya bo yeza agunya ewie no hona na yenka de onno ye champion onu nti embrane se ye bo no ye draw a ebi yenko penalties se ye mbo penalties so a no musuma ba okrom na sa wo sham one na mbe no musuma be show one na ye bo ahonzen me smart nti onye determining the outcome of the match yegua na aba law no baby a oya otradwen kasepa our friend offside only law 11 offside onya aza oya ode mentimo ase p ode ba park na offside no wachichem akase 3 also interfering with play, interfering with an opponent and then gain advantage imbrube ma yebokom yebo domesu ko nti inda de yebesa na mom zo tenda no so no osopa brand osopa on our friend law 12 fouls and misconduct onna oya obaka referee bekare dem jumezi or today mayo day ebi a medicine ode ebi a medon becho na no kan onye fouls and misconduct on no do so pa menka oye enkrate be de basa oye enkrate be de basa nti onye azakura ono oho ena eyi onni na fi wono ma efi fouls and misconduct na tsemeka no yese onno no na yewo nkano otetedo today ebi obakare penalty kick obakare goal kick corner kick throw in naze once otetedo echu onom naze or 14 naze oko nti say yebo lost the game no tougher 17 nonyin nti manu esiwo no do.
One is the badass papa. Na yes, I buguru. You agree in Kumea, Mona, I am for any pursuit to church and can or the dress code of the referees or stadium no. Never be a to a year per name. Into you turn a mura, Bobwa, nephew who's are you to me a cans or to me. Nanda, into your share, the fouls and misconduct. Now, so I can tell you also doors, but we'll do our best in those at the forefront will come. Nephew to me. Now, my Bopana. Amama another information me also the new game was the indoor game so open with them so we did another nkomanase I further ask and explain this one wala na atuma church the man some na come and say don me you share the fouls and misconduct already ka foul and now fouls are abai abodum we pida another the board of composing with your foul.
Yaka fouls and misconduct. And Brenna Wilson say, in I will fear your baller, inche Sabio, here there, Obi Jim, why a judge. Na born no boy moko do baby. And now Obende say I'm from Brabian Buma, or no, and try a Bibiano on repay. Into fouls and misconduct, Jumebia Idza on fata. On for queen, on inti, the mabrino or the ebia referring, Ojina, Nessa switch or Hanade, Zoidoyan, Wayaza phone, inti fouls and misconduct your bon tofa, Damna, Oti.
Into your career, most direct free kicks and fouls. No, say Benjamin.
Yes. Some American Ankasa, fouls and misconduct, watch him a bien. Watch him a bien. Only direct free kick. Na indirect free kick. Onye inchem ebien. Direct free kick na sumpo or inchem ebasa. Inchem ebasa na your call friend careless tackle. A call friend reckless tackle. Na penino wompa often using excessive force. Yaka careless tackler. On de bia agro ball no mbo Sabio moto manambo ball na moto enumie na ebi amensa okoball bibi dem onyaza oyenda ho na so wa ma a hawka kraba ebi amensa na baby ogbo wa make pra na mana na baby ogbo na wa make pra nti ho no referee makare yenjina na yenhwen adama asem bi so onye careless tackle no on no bendema referee no on more punishment bi ade bi a yellow card and red card and bibi dem. Okay. Nine day oje foul no kare dam da yambu nti o sana ekona efado edibo ball no ambonye ni nu epin no odi na echi ono odi na enyim ono friend reckless tackle. Okay. Ono ebo bon obo say ebe pro improve on fano onye reckless nti obon style bia obotum otu nan wi ebi otu ne nse wi na ewundo watin ne nse nkakra nti ono che wa hyeda na or your BB the etio nti on our friend reckless tackle and then new pain and one year pain pa using excessive force trade ball no mama pass away ofiatua bra wait on here using excessive force on no banana reference I will inso bobo ana I will adwena owu tim no ebede ebe ha wadwen ebe obu nkofo name nti ho no one more red card. Ebi dem onumpo wa chechima nife bi okare serious foul play and violent conduct. Yaka serious foul play ono ball no kodon na yendem. Violent conduct ebi a ball no we gina ball no control na bi kutuku pan. On no friend violent conduct. Ono asada pa de nyimpa na tum nti ye cheme ebasa adam note. Na direct free kick na ye kano. Eba ndama na oye direct free kick. On bibi today nyimpa no kon esonumu okita ball esonumu on a direct free kick e25 gu no ho abon ehuru janodo apem zanzan damenda anez wonsa ayi ball na no nka won na wo from direct free kick on oba no referee no oja na odinsa etiawo baby ahon wodin no do won na wo from direct free kick no referee wo kwande ebia obakara maaje ayembo ebi obakara maaje memo yellow card
Okay.
ohwe osusu no ohwe na obetre punishment orders mo ana iyi maaje na mo memo red card maaje engine penalty na no nka onto no nyina ne be za wada kire referee nde ombram be ye wo park no do na esan bisa indirect free kick indirect free kick no ono se usa referee join there obo whistle na wa manen sodo da kire wukrom nyimpa oji etie no iwia na wa manen sodo wo soro ono be kire za waje ne indirect free kick na indirect free kick no na no si ebinye there me ball no control me keeper ho na ma to aman moto man na obe ne penalty area keeper was or konda oche ball ne penalty area na so mbre no wopede ball no mu ya denenti was so auto mo penalty area ma enyi konda ez won sabaka ebotum ez ball ne dza ez wona ndi ball ne dza go ho no ma na so keeper no on the one friend 18 friend penalty area ebotum the ball ne dza gura na so ball no nka obi a ansana intum enyi konda da au keeper na ez won sa ka ball no ez won sa ka ball ne pe on na wa friend indirect onye indirect free kick ekura ozikan otia keeper da ni yimpa na ni yimpa na auto man mpocho na ni yimpa na auto man na ocho opponent na auto ya on right do obechi ene ibio for keeper na so sana ni yimpa sada obobo mana odina bobo mana ono so ochede se odinsa ka we did the member na we wasen nti no so referee betten nsa etia keeper no pool no na wa manensa do so na baby a asem ni scene was ato na wa wesusu baby o de no nkofo begina na wo bodam free kick no ene the ma so biom no indirect free kick no penalty win munkum se indirect free kick no obendama was indirect free kick ya wo gba order at least nyimpe bien na ball no kan wona ansa na ame amobon ye kor nyimpe obakan ana wobon oye bien 1 years nyimpe bien na order ball no kan wona ansa na okase pole no ma ya agi goal na so wan nyimpe bien nkote na ma mobom okase pole no mu director ono referee beje goal kick otere yen shase we nya nhye osan nyimpe kote na oboy oyembra wa shodo and was a abbreviara indirect free kick basin referee nansa na obo whistle da wombon or the omanensa do so and so manensa do so no ba or do kan obi ansa na ball akashima obotum waje indirect free kick ni bisun de ye wo ball no ba number kam ego obi do ana a opponent don come on mbotum akache jam me dada na adwen nti on so ye indirect free kick ebiso chede ball blue ba mbutuma bobo na ekona efa do betackle no na musuro nti muhui may avoid injury ono so ye indirect free kick nti azibia oma akometu baba na no nka wona azin ono friend indirect free kick no
MC Ambocho, we need some of the images. MC, please. We need some of the images because it's a communication. We should see certain things. Now, we are talking football. We are talking football. What is going on there? There are many footages in the gestures and poses of some referees. I'm waiting for you, please. Yanko hinayim na zetu makibiano yenye hwejuma nda ye oye edasonko nti yenye oye referee don na yenye no oye fia a ye bonkomo nti sisiara ya kan oye the loss of the game na ya kan oye direct free kicks ya kan indirect free kicks otu no acheche metuma train nti ye ko oye misconduct na fie tumi abakara wakake kene ampodi bi be hyehyem nti ye hwa misconduct no so a say it can be no so because me who misconduct no say there serious foul play. It's serious foul play that a bluff no it's very serious. Say another FIFA no wotum name wa cheche me tum na actually him. in a violent conduct. Denying an opponent, using offensive insult, language, whatever. Yeah, FIFA, my
Number 2, any type of verbal offense. So anything from verbal dissent towards a referee to insulting, offensive, or abusive language. Or other types of verbal offenses, such as verbally distracting an opponent during play. If it's a verbal offense, it's an indirect free kick. Always restart it where the offense occurred, and minimum yellow card depending on what was being said, and also where it occurred, because it can be during a dog show and therefore a red card. Number 3, dissent by action, such as blatant disagreeing gestures towards a referee or sarcastic applause. Dissent is always a yellow card offense, and the free kick is placed where the dissent was made. Number 4, using offensive, insulting, or abusive gestures or actions. These are physical behavior. For example, those that are rude, hurtful, or disrespectful. Examples are flipping someone off or similar, and it's always a red card, and the free kick is placed where the offense occurred. And now moving on to other categories. Number 5, re-entering the field of play without permission. If the player re-enters without the referee's permission, the referee doesn't need to stop play immediately. If the player doesn't interfere with play, a match official, or if advantage can be applied to the opponents. This is a yellow card offense, and if the player did interfere, it's a direct free kick to the opponents where the interference occurred. However, if play was stopped and there was no interference from the player who re-entered the field of play without permission, that's when it's an indirect free kick. And in this case, the free kick is placed where the ball was when play was stopped. And for information, if someone else from a team other than a player enters the field of play without permission, you can only stop play if they interfere with play. In that case, it's always a direct free kick. So this indirect free kick offense only applies to players who had no interference. Number 6, a player leaving the field of play without permission. If the whistle is blown during play for this offense, it's an indirect free kick on the point on the boundary line where the player left the field of play. And this is a yellow card offense. Number 7, playing the ball when leaving the field of play after being given permission. This one doesn't happen often because a player is rarely given permission to leave the field of play when the ball is still in play. However, if you have seen games where there are no stoppages for substitutions, such as youth games, then this can happen. So for example, if a player is clearly intending to leave the field of play to get substituted, but then suddenly plays the ball, it's an indirect free kick where the offense occurred and a yellow card. This is considered unsporting behavior because the player who had permission to leave the field of play is supposed to be inactive. Number 8. If without intending to interfere unfairly, a team official substituted or sent off player, or player who is temporarily off the field of play touches the ball while it's still in play, but when it's clearly leaving the field of play, this is penalized with an indirect free kick with no sanction. For all other cases, if they interfere with play, it's a direct free kick and minimum yellow card. Let's go through goalkeeper offenses. Number 9. A goalkeeper touching the ball with a hand or arm after releasing it before it has touched another player. There is no sanction for this offense inside the goalkeeper's penalty area, even if it denies an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. This applies for any handling offense made by the goalkeeper inside the penalty area. And the free kick is placed where the touch occurred. Number 10. A goalkeeper touching the ball with a hand or arm inside their own penalty area after it's been deliberately kicked to the goalkeeper by a teammate. Unless the goalkeeper has clearly kicked or attempted to kick the ball to release it into play, because then it's play on. If the offense is called, the indirect free kick is placed where the goalkeeper touched the ball with a hand or arm. And for this offense, there is no sanction for the goalkeeper inside their own penalty area, even if they deny an obvious goal-scoring opportunity or a goal. Number 11. A goalkeeper touching the ball with a hand or arm inside their own penalty area after receiving it from a throw-in from a teammate. This is exactly the same as when a player deliberately kicks the ball to the goalkeeper. The same applies for a throw-in. Let's move on to the penalty kick. There are several offenses that can lead to an indirect free kick restart, and all of them are against the attacking team. Because if the defending team commits an offense and it's not scored, it's a retake. So let's begin. Number 12. A penalty kick not being kicked forward. The ball must be kicked in a forward direction when taking a penalty. If the ball has no forward movement at all, meaning for example it goes sideways or backwards, then it's an indirect free kick offense and the ball is placed on a penalty mark, and there's no sanction. Number 13. Encroachment by the teammate of the penalty kicker, and this will only be penalized if the encroachment clearly impacted on the goalkeeper, or the encroaching player plays the ball or challenges an opponent for the ball and then scores, attempts to score, or creates a goal-scoring opportunity. There's no sanction for this offense. If it's a goal, it's a retake. If it's a miss, it's an indirect free kick where the player encroached. Number 14. A teammate of the identified penalty kicker takes the kick, meaning that the attacking team tries to deceive the goalkeeper or referee on who is taking the penalty. Extremely rare situation, but if it happens, it's a yellow card to the player who took the kick, and the indirect free kick is placed on a penalty mark. Number 15. Feinting to kick the ball once the kicker has completed the run-up to the ball. Any type of feinting before the run-up to the ball is completed is okay. However, if done after the run-up is completed, it's an indirect free kick where the feinting happened and a yellow card. Let's go through other types of offenses. Number 16. Touching the ball a second time after restarting play. This applies for kickoffs, goal kicks, free kicks, corner kicks, throw-ins, and depending on the case, also for penalty kicks. You can't touch the ball a second time on these restarts until the ball has touched another player. It'll be an indirect free kick where the offense occurred, unless it was a direct free kick offense, handball. However, for penalties, it's only if the kicker deliberately touches the ball twice that it will be an indirect free kick, no matter if it's missed or scored. Because on penalties, if the second touch was accidental, meaning that it touched both feet at the same time, or the other foot immediately after the kick, it's only an indirect free kick if you miss, because if you score, it's a retake. For these second touch offenses, there can be no sanction, a yellow card or red card, depending on if it's spa or dogso, and the indirect free kick is always placed where the offense occurred. Number 17. When advantage is played and a player will be sent off when the ball is next out of play. If the player plays the ball or challenges or interferes with an opponent, the referee must stop play and send off the player. The restart is an indirect free kick where the player impacted play, unless the player committed a direct free kick offense. And this is a very rare situation. If you watch 5,000 games, you might see it happen once. Number 18. Impeding the progress of an opponent without contact. This means moving into the opponent's path to obstruct, block, slow down, or force a change of direction when the ball is not within playing distance. All players have a right to their position on the field of play, so being in the way of an opponent is not the same as moving into the way of an opponent. This is usually only called for goalkeepers when an opponent impedes their progress. The indirect free kick will be placed where the offense occurred, and depending on the case, it can be no sanction, a yellow card, or a red card, for example, spa or dogso. Number 19. Playing in a dangerous manner. This offense can be made in several different ways. It's any action that, while trying to play the ball, threatens to injure someone, including the player themselves, and includes preventing a nearby opponent from playing the ball for fear of injury. So risking your own safety can lead to an indirect free kick to opponents, and that's something many people don't know. There is no sanction for the offense in itself, but depending on where it occurs, it can be spa or dogso, for example, so a yellow or red card. The free kick is placed where the offense occurred. Number 20. Preventing the goalkeeper from releasing the ball with the hands, or kicks or attempts to kick the ball when the goalkeeper is in the process of releasing it. It's important to not misunderstand this offense, because it's not the same as intercepting a release from the goalkeeper when you're standing from a distance, because that's allowed. This can either be no sanction or a yellow card for spa or showing lack of respect for the game, or if it's in an extremely unusual situation, a red card for dogso. But you will never see that happen. And the indirect free kick is placed where the offense occurred. Number 21. During a throw-in, impeding or distracting an opponent, including moving closer than 2 meters, 2 yards, to the place where the throw-in is to be taken. If I'm taking a throw-in here, the opponents are not allowed to distract me or impede. And this includes having to be at least 2 meters away from the point on the touchline where the throw-in is to be taken. It doesn't matter if I'm way behind the touchline when I'm taking the throw-in, the opponents still need to be 2 meters away from it in any direction. And this is a yellow card offense for unsporting behavior. If the throw-in has been taken, an indirect free kick is awarded on the place where the opponent was standing when the offense was committed. If the throw-in hasn't been taken, it's still a yellow card, but the referee has to give a signal for the throw-in to be taken again. Number 22. An offense committed outside the field of play during play by a player against a player, substitute, substituted player, or team official of their own team. No matter what the offense is, if it happens during play, it's an indirect free kick on the closest point on the boundary line to where the offense occurred, and the appropriate sanction is given. This is the only offense in the laws of the game that can include contact with a player from a team and still be an indirect free kick rather than a direct free kick. Number 23. An attacking team player being closer than 1 meter from the opponent's wall before a free kick has been taken. A wall is when there are at least 3 players in formation, including if one of them is lying on the ground behind the others. All opponents must stand at least 1 meter away from the wall until the ball is in play. If not, the referee awards an indirect free kick to the defending team where the offense occurred, and there is no sanction for this offense. Number 24. Initiating a deliberate trick for the ball to be passed to the goalkeeper to circumvent the back pass law. A legal back pass is any pass that does not include using the foot or ankle. All other playable body parts are allowed. However, it's only if the ball is played in a natural way. It's not allowed to use trickery to do a back pass to a goalkeeper with, for example, the knee, chest, or head. This includes initiating a deliberate trick from a goal kick or free kick. It doesn't matter if the goalkeeper touches the ball with the hands or not. This is a yellow card offense, and you penalize the player who initiated the trick, who could also be the goalkeeper. The indirect free kick is placed where the deliberate trick occurred. Number 25. Attempting to deceive the referee by pretending to have been injured or fouled, as in simulation. This is a yellow card offense, and the indirect free kick is taken from where the offense occurred. Now moving on to offenses that are 28. Hiding the ball under your shirt. This one is a bit special and very rare. If the player hides the ball quickly as a way of showboating or to prevent an opponent from playing the ball, it's an indirect free kick, and the offense in itself is a yellow card.
Right, yes, I hate the Abba. Don, and she said, well, could be a doing who be in front of for 7.10. Sarah Bonatofa, not said, Damafa was misconduct and I'll be on this autumn, baby. Okay.
And someone may explain on the number brave way you okay. With the videos.
Okay.
And if I was a misconduct on and work, you can about indirect free kick nazi and a direct free kick. About true ball no as a more keeper nazi. And say on your them jume or your party on them.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm sure there be a image no hasa. You don't let you come on another stage of play. Nefie tumire ho sana sana football mbra no wo papa na obi here there oye ball bofono wo busua that shows there erebo ball sabi den kan no sra aya kuboyi anko school na yakobobo but in there you hear crash mo abobo you hear crash mo abobo there are certain things you defend the comments from the referee. Now some of the referee catch if you don't understand and Tasa, about the butcher. nti mam ye fitin dezo comment kado wala ayekuboyi kobo ball no wasi say the maja weke na ye referee the maja weke a footballer ana there ebobo na entasa the technical words misconduct entasa abeze to na ebeye na efi etum na akoyi nti enye dor bon komo afoda mensem ni hia ho na wotum na wa aboa nti ye fa was misconduct wotum na waka disciplines action yendu ho na efi semsi afo ye ready okay FIFA yenhwe the mission na bane ya wode nazi na chere wa challenge referee anta mo aba na ma
enyo referee na asamisi no okay chende waje foul anu dem na bibi tire sesi ade hu ball ade a obo Ronaldo onka the ball na obo ebon ball ya so na obo to obo short ball ya erin of but eza ball no nkotin the use ball as a weapon and use as a weapon nkotin that no order we use him and on yakor another bia a bottle za bobi ni nyina no embra mo condom oya football na wo ball oya agwa wodi ebi so ha na tre akubi no obesene no oya kasa kasa no okase no oya descend by word kasa na ye kasa wafa ekosu bon de na obonsem o chewade me ihuru ebi o say ayaze pa azege wore zaji no ya na obonsem cho ono obendema no sompo oya yellow card offense iyi red odime oya abotor na omdo other one nti on day no so abotro no wose oyaza no yezen pa ibutume de prenyimpa nso obendama no so oye red card offense
nti e pull bi so na tele ya disrupted
nyo oye pulling but pulling nche player ne expect the referee be obeji foul referee no only interest wo ho no free the butum mo sompo akowanyim ye pere ball no oye de nya pull kititi bia na referee na foul nti referee wan je manyim pampo zo control ma won ko football throw then penyina old match and eto wonsa wonodo onye descend by action nti obendama ono no chede or the referee no otwe wa so kakra
right nti damen sam ni kiala ana yetum na yebobo ho asam no yetum na the church amanfo da otum na okayim no nti aya actions otum na FIFA otum church nti awo nti sound bite kakra na ewia yensa he chimbra nti am say nti sound bite kakra
Isaac
to strike now. Schleger's in the back. The shot, Schleger saves it! Can you believe that? Unbelievable stuff here! Roger, having cleared, went down from Sahar's challenge. There is something. A red card. Manchester United's first of the season comes at Anfield, and it's Paul Scholes who's been dismissed. Anybody, Robertson or McLean, but Pepe's under pressure from Robertson. And Robertson takes a bang in the face from Pepe, who's already been booked, so off he goes. He's not happy with the decision. His arm was up. And when you're on a yellow card, you can't afford to make chances. As experienced as he is.
Collision between Jimenez and Longstaff. It's going to be his yellow card. There comes a red. And Fulham are down to 10 men with less than a quarter of the contest gone at St James's Park.
0-0'la devam ediyoruz. Rodri faul geldi Raul Jimenez'den. Hatta kart da geldi Raul Jimenez'e. Açılmıyor da Raul Jimenez ne yapıyor? Raul Jimenez ne yapıyor? İnanılmaz bir acemilik. İnanılmaz bir acemilik. İnanılmaz bir acemilik. Raul Jimenez.
Come here to watch them get the job done tonight. He's going to his pocket here for presumably something that's been said. Well, Carlos Corberán has been sent off here. Bu arada kırmızı kart. 1. dakika. Serkan Kırıntılı. Savunmanın arkasına gönderilen top bir anda herkes yardımcı hakeme baktı acaba offside mı diye. Serkan top eliyle müdahalede bulundu. Maç kırmızı kartla başladı.
Wilson just checking out his defensive colleague. They played so well at the back, Reading. Yeah, all over the pitch really in terms of collectively shutting out Manchester United. And Kitson is off. No sooner on than off. And Reading's
kakaya de hu bi olutua for you ni na akaba gbo no ho
from you was a Shaolin soccer.
Yeah.
Them not na mu say Shaolin fun wo bo za. Boys enjoy agro ye kon. Oya agro ma obi sabi we nya ha obi ofia na wi ma obeton no enjoy hwe ne nwoje.
Yeah.
Na so obende obutu da wo na that na mentally no na fi impose western no kra nti
you na just there ball no kra out on la da mo play hwana na coach opia ball no to is a moment record
in your interfering with play what's a ball no say ni nyina interest sha
okay
on cross line na enyi kwanda or there as won ho ka
okay
osana da time ni ehun there play no ball no o chase for ball nti obotum wa oza bibi thousand for super team na coach nso omde ohunde so wanyen dem a asem besi obokọ etien nti na oye ewie no po ohunde na wa read order no wako abofo say what ball asama there oyem yo jam mention that fast am ntwem first na yes your football made in Germany football made in England san na abofo na wona work there football made in Cape Coast o Sunday slavery na oben obohunde he nananum woko mofoma na woko habima oba woteto bibi wo ball enti ye ya obo no de san na abofo bofo ke develop na nde baby won nam not bakare ma ihe mom no yesu efi ho na azoko so ye ho nde ya ide yenyima ma adado no wo yentim nti o ma ye kotena park mpa ye ntu yensan ye ho infide do no ye nt ball ase abofo nde tama ye wo studio ai what trema mesisi obia at boase enta asmo besi no obia anye kasa bia aka eko krobido today Italy my brother na do eko Italy referee ntu enka no asam ono motra ambassador wona de ebe frenu mpo echie no mpo oye hozan ote pin bi nampa osan respect ozo no obia at ase de embrana ya so I do a judge or court and a lawyer embrana ya say ENS 100 enye referee enti ba nti no ode esha hoba ana ekobot obibi kan organizers na enyo na nka de iyo bezi match video mo nyi azo ye won hwe no won ka bibi won na one from brain so won sem na enye da nti the OC no ebinye da auto no say ka che referee punishment wa punish no nsu aro okokutu won ka azibo eya ye obi wo ha eye mpa abofo ebubu tribunals bebre court bebre wo park ni China nti OC na no say done bra yen kan wasam ye kan wasam sisi aya da 1 year ni enko park bio after 1 year so enko park so aha na ebetena amasti what no wa hwe no enu de in the behavior no as na ha no park na nkase entu yen label no mpo na enya wo ticket number and baby etumetena baby a etumezepe ya ma nkofu bi wa gizinde inu dan he wo park a wona bibi anya wo zenyim nkana me mpere mo bozen first na nche ye obi no ha no ma wo ba park mpo wo fretem enti asem si na wo detem na egu no che ekwan anyen ni nyina no wetwum abofu ho awosro hen den hen na ye disas no mpo wa da hen na eja keeper no ball na obechi no wo penalty area na enyim na eje be kan wasam no ne da wonti entumi anka ye wo mi nchecheme ba asa ekure obe nensa tray ball na ye ka no ye ka the point of contact o chede wo body ana ensa na yes o ye foul ensa so ye friend shoulder ne asade na onye wa mutuem ye pe nti ofi ahadze okwan ono ye handball ye foul na sabo no oka fita ahadze okwan ono friend foul nti so keeper no ojana ne penalty area na okita ball mbrekon bibi ahụ nchire tsama ya kan asa ni mpato man ni player boy man ono mbrechen Anya damza oye dama oni how. O pray if your friend we pray penalty area no. The one friend 18 yard or something. O pray na wo born a trend. Not say ye born wo inside. Nobody know wa born no nka. But in sana born na bottom, tsema boli wa be de mensem on the other hwe.
Okay.
Enya no body na o wa born na the kan wasam.
Okay.
Nti in sana born wa bottom no.
Okay.
On na ye de hwe.
Okay.
In se keepen oba agba no obechen ano je line no ochebo a de no je line no nkotinze oche na nkasa wa abro park no.
Oh, okay.
Wa abro ne baby odo uche. Nti keeper na nchen ye o me baasa. Ochebo no otre na ne nsatra line. Referee mbaje na foul.
Okay.
On man asutu bia ha. Eko so obeche ball no ohunde wanchina asam besi wo penalty area. But mom de no nkofu ebejenje nature ni defenders ebejenje nature. Obeje foul wa man yellow card. Yellow card o chede se onumpu entum wanchina nche bia no nkofu obotum we save ball no. Enna zo tie ho obechin osana wanchina obi anyi nature obotum wa save situation. Nti onno obendama nimpa na obo no na obese goal. Onno obendam na oye red card. Nti onye inchime baasa oho. Nti nya ball bi a keeper mbechi won outside the penalty area. Na red for them and red. No. Nti chem say ye kakraba dem na. Otinti referees we train one I could do time bi a wotum mo read game won there na offer today ye ma keeper. Nti onye.
Ewurade ankopan. Sani ada na me pie jere chiro. Na we should learn. Idemi ocheche me say that ko ha isana friend ba na ya fa play bi aba. Na play the thing kan the ball yellow card and red card or your goal and no your goal. Wole bu hasmo bi sifia. Wole bu asmo de fia because ahina ye kwhwe ahina ye managers. Mostly about Africa, Ghana down. The game we don't understand. Because Ebohan and coach Asad no can attack referee. Was over there, Abrofi, you normally see coach or to talk to one side, they beat to Baba Park, no Baboko. That's what they do, and Yanti game Nasi. So you know, we should learn. Yeah, they play football, no could say we should learn very, very, very hard. I think before you I don't find that. Well, Uncle Dusuman, Uncle Trade, Franco Bobo. A do so on my board. A do on my board. Cry. If who know the share will open it. But the moon also referring tell me I will and far the men's and the Navy Park. Africa had a boy there, then can Ghana, Italy. Wa benege honen with the hanky now what to talk. Amuna ya sisi ya wa baba pa hino huna woro bobole. Aye taihu. There, I'm meeting Chelsea and for Chelsea. Chelsea had done a we Bassa Hina Hini. I tell you, when I with the hanky and a bassa for the hanky at the chip will no rubber park. No, I would hate to me, share the nephew to me with his name. And Miracle, what I did, son. I agree, I didn't address our plentiful. Miracle. I'm saying, I'm sure actions can carry referees. Nephew, to me, name, Brad, and has some tough and Fifans and Abacon, the game for Nora can also keep Kusaha and the Santa Jahana. Fred Noha. If your actions kakra and the referee needs then doesn't mean it's money, but how their security, how their guests and posters, their dress code, yes, FIFA, young share the dress country to more use referee. I'm going to Mr. Chow
US no ya yeta ye hu da mazen kakra.
Oh, okay.
Brano on chichi and them me se chow mumze. Ahwenyo na nya etumi se na was the oindo injurious. A chow no so depend on weather condition. Ana nyipakon health wise. Na wa man kwanne Africa and other places in the enseda hu bibida. Inti end dress and nekasini. Wo shirt, wo short, wo socks, and wo boots, and wo footwear. And son, wo cart we keep records. Wo cart and wo book we keep records. And wo watcher, Oma Ezehu and Bruno Masma or Kutia.
Young person names here. Right. You have the dress code is it's also come.
9 in ya.
Okay.
Or there ono na turn ocean or different from the two sides.
Okay.
Nti ono bia hu there e no onkan hu. Or there so.
Referee eko no wa tare na ko no match one team awede de bia ko do double attack kwa.
Africa na your problem kakra wo uniform ho.
Okay.
Abrochi na hand division 1 na premier na azete wa hanum na azete. In turning our system no.
Okay.
Yeah, we be offering CMS. Even division 2 Crampo Cape Coast and Central Region it was CMS. Why am of na CMS no team no betre na color obeshe. Home team betre.
Okay.
If we are na away team so afre. Today team better me say blue.
Okay.
Me shirt, me shorts, me socks, them nothing.
Okay.
The other teams we who also okay, them that must miss me away red. And so na referee name no na color no be strong kokra and the mobile bond. Ain't to ensure orange, ain't to ensure blue black, obian one. And so them that a distinct color, it be a white, it be a black, bibi a nankotin and lemon green, bibi them. Obi on the mobile bond the referee no quick. And
so abanema wo supporters are world ball like one
assistant
like two
one your sata corner in your or teamwork or a cooker.
Okay.
In your boy and won't see yan dressing at normal or do the same. Nay who Yabaka cry. This time Terminacan.
Yeah.
Football refereeing wide. Amy Debia make a sikanya last and that is Mikaska Maka allowance. On your last thing. Ye train number for ma. Ye should be our friend catch them young. Amy Miss no. Mezo Alfrobia no or school or the one school teaching. The Mabrin in your na or class 4.
Yeah.
Na yes I say. And they be ni baby amo.
Yeah.
Na the Mabrinum na Meshas me no call. School na me start the mates or the mazen. School na me charge. Na in the wiping. Mokwe. Na luckily for us, na national vice chairman for RAG.
Okay.
Or a lawyer at Dazi.
Okay.
Na da ko between na make a channel. Oh, a fine idea. Na ye pushing. In the watsro. Ma, and Boflan Katanka do one gym. Consider ya memenda Jibril or small boy or DHS2.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, show one can for. Consider a could be quite bright, category. Okay, show one can for more us watching this car. Yeah, one. A corner boy or there the more from over. Now, so ain't paying for no day on there and more from the H1 who's Yazi. Abrofo, Messi World Cup ya obi. Say Google na every cameras I will use. Be match bia and when use camera from baby 50 cameras.
Yeah.
Cameras no, ibi was ultra mpobo nkotin.
Okay.
Ibi was ultra socks nkotin because in the socks now ben ibi 2020 is nature.
Okay.
Ibi a different design. Ibi was a wo dressing keke, ibi actual to fit and why them. Ibi show wutimi. Ibi wa paint na ya na ade different. Obi so on the offer supporters one odu abribia attitude another ebia wo bobo wa miss ball obi na ade bi oye actions bi na ade obi so hwe referee nkotin cameras nye pii ibi twa angles na ade na ha sabio ye na Africa na won oyesen baby o zenyim pa anyi Morocco and don wo chase abrofo no pa na so ye de na eboduo enti se nimpa na beja park na onye camera bi ozizi match na se bibia nkoye ya na ye ka attack na se bi o de na asumpo de ye hu de ya kechi wo ndemebim enti emofon o ya de enkron no de edison oh small boy e ya zo na ha no me do fo wenyodo ana ha na ndu ontam na ze encouraging abampu na akado won panyin wona wonyi de miske won enter na ade no won to bi nka won ana won tompo bo nka won pa nchoboboa na yezi move football forward enti yabestre mbofo wo ba na yenya abotra mon wo di djuma pa school games o ba na nse nya mbofo na no handle ni nyina enti ye encourage won na football nye de obi aso opedo ozna ba bia no from 11 years zoko Cape Coast Stadium Saturdays anapa ya chara 6:30 na start training as an by 9:30 na ya happen enti azna ba hand dressing normally in chest white top banda bofro abimo ya na bofro na white zo mote na yes shorts and say so only white top mpone obenya short na any neat shirt bia enya socks black bia man ye mpedo be white na obe poto black bia na kambu otiba na ya start in train nda mo fon kasa be pie won bring train odi shaso no mbofuma obe pin na nsem yezina nkasa
Cape Coast Fina, when we train.
Cape Coast Stadium every Saturday morning, 6:30.
Home paying Fina come over.
In painful Nadine na kan bit there Jeff, a bit of Kwame Gatti, Say Gatti, Michael Asari Alahi, Ike, Dr. Osman, also or the wire referee, Oldman, Nadi. Oh, we bring painful be over and say, you best say,
we are trying there, because we are trying there, Mimmy, nephew. Yamabwa, next week, it's on come Thursday, if nothing worries, if you don't come out there, whatever, because Mama Banaba, my family, I need Yaba, if a baby who there, a from why active Obutum no Wakasa. It's the first time about the ocean praying that word to my Amanuni and Mukatan ocean. So, but on the Musumutumai. Referee Mizana Modope there, maybe a pabat. Yes, starting a Bakay, a Ben Coffee.
Yes.
5-year development plan.
Yes.
And I'm a Kahoma, you share more. Yes. Never easy. Because I'm there that time, if you're a young man, young boy, a Bakakandama woman. They could tell you the key them. And even that time, so some of us, I mean, if I'm a kind of him will be we fear because I get in touch with the referee, I can tell a pay them. And first, also, people hit referees. Wow, but boy, you cry.
Yes.
But no referee, but no fool. I'm feeling be a bit better. So, got the other can answer me. No, I tell my school. Class 3. Why I made this school. About Monday, what a new original notes and see people and say, a bullet name.
Yes,
and yet for the Agoloma. O Bulmu Moria, or the Mr. Cowan, I don't hear Yakushim Gra. And say, Ama, a baby, how sometimes he narrates stories or so. Oh, my no, I don't know, doesn't need them a mechanic, the short money. In the movement, may you watch it. In Ganka, Abakia, the Biamino school, the Biamino school, Nina, no, Abakamu, who not be our Shas or Roman school, I am a moon and me what to meet. Pana, Cephas. Since I'm me a program, they're all testing me. See, that was the American, it's some from a bouquet. Say, you have to talk about this time in the harm, was much a bird or you told too much. Oh, yes, I'm almost going to know if you don't have much body. You know what? Yes, refugee, but the body there I have, but I will.
Yes. And for the we have a different
new one in the you must hit your baby for new one there come out.
Yes, under FIFA no, under FIFA, you know. FIFA ni game so 3 normal soccer ya na beach soccer ya obo mpani na last one we find futsal. FUTSAL futsal on here mbofo mpoko cafe na za what's the yakobo volta or a 5-a-side, that's one goalkeeper, 4 players. Or very interesting last 2 years yebo biwo UCC any Cote d'Ivoire yebo for AFCON qualifiers obese 4-0.
Oh, I see.
But you prepare well. The following week, you Cote d'Ivoire can on 6-2.
Hey.
And you only you qualify for Africa. A very interesting game. Your pitches in 2. A cool UCC summer or African qualifiers on. In the Cape Coast Stadium, so or pitch no. Energy a game bia oji a home pa 20 minutes per. Na speed na zo woman no. Dawson. Skills na they oyefe players e ku dem Ronaldo na nya Ronaldinho na nya abodem game da Messi na nya abodem game da very interesting ye pere ye shase the whole Ghana na crap na ebo wo Tesano on the Premier League ye pere Division 1 all over and teams are why ready no one brand yenzi won komo na nhwe Messi be ya start osane ya ye bibia ya should be egu akade teams so ba na ya start na oze NJP zaba it's on futsal you best start on chebia you train referees ho you referees ya pure you train ho and say yenye teams na e be sha say wo botwa da be TV na ze
all right me wa papa no me FIFA bon komo da American e ba pay there what the Thursdays bia we engage with because I love football me tutum kakawa abra aya Blebs FC started at Dortmund Stars no open bia ofan open bless so aside obo so me Blebs FC na abesha bless dey be because in there why you be Park Victoria Park in there yes me coach fumpanyin for what my mo ti num me hu hia hu there you be I to be said no matter where you to know sometimes no on the first so the see na what how you boss pa yes tie boss ba it's always mo sort don no mo how they train and the bia mo but it be bia coach see ya wa chiri e be say Omar ya me your pa the wipe no me hina yeah me your dan football the man no my some training I will do my best to support it. I love football and me emotion on one channel. I'm a Kotoko fan. I'm Chelsea fan. And me in FIFA it be sa no more pinje ne to market. There you can see lot one koko 17. E fa no koko mpa ye nti na se ba na tutum. Misconduct and the players na ye because players na don't understand what they are doing. But about Pirpa, they book him Kakanka. It is a baby ball. Now, you referee says in common, your players says in common. I shall but the men's making a bit over them. Now, if you are here, the boss on the door for British, your friend upon a one bar. I'm a heavy membra. Yes, I Muhu, old money is the first time who knows you got to come out. You are the first person to catch you. I was very, very, very, very happy. Maternity when emotion. May you want papa. Since then, I shall so abra, Nani Muhuna, Zina, Kunta, that would put his little to come out. May want to be day, and I impart respect, Papa, open what says a home pa away upon our for bread out to that matter. So I did be sharing my matter that memory that's a corner my mother able to your footage be the fear to in terms of a based on Comobazi. But my culture there now the FIFA referees are now the referees association in Cape Coast Metro. You are part of Cape Coast Costa TV, so offer to be no. So we each and in front Omar let that's my contact and Jerry mobile body metal Papa Jeff or body metal say you mean sure Papa see part 1 here to me about part 2 at the forefront. It has a P. Yeah, possibly be able to be the man so no referees association won't pay you from talking about all the executives, the president, the vice, and the cafe to Mukawina. You mentioned Papa with Mazana Wotum no way. And you shall cry that woman's and no to me because when a referee dress will be in Tata. Ama Mokamba, Ama Yetumaba, Papa and Corporation of Papa. I saw your buffalo, Yensiadi. After police yanko, after service yanko, for refugee yanko no on chill on your game because play go how channel up your boy kusani yanko oh sorry pocho. That also bring another sympathy to the referee because you care. A woman that said that and said hello, you care. And say I'm as part of the game. I to me. Even sure now how did you here BC Mother MC Alfasi J Ben Susan Professor Kwame Bamford Diana pay mention Papa da abese him cry Papa de bia so to me ta henechi e bada Emmanuel Don Kwansa e bada na Papa ana na pay obe no here ba suazi e se pinya na akechi nti bobo don komanka kan na etumi akwe World Cup e bebe easy e bizon komo Africa Cup e bizon komo ne mu Ghana yan qualify e be nti boko hene Mr. Omar Bin Abdullah before be say yes ma me money tey mo na hwa me just wodi ma hwa bye bye